extroverted cognitive function. So, what is an extroverted cognitive function? Well, it's all about referring to other people. What do you feel? What do you think? Or what do you experience? It's all about others. So, like in this cognitive function, we got introverted, extroverted feeling, extroverted thinking, extroverted intuition, extroverted sensing. Okay, so it's all about other people. So let's see. I want to explain all of them. So they are collecting input. For example, extroverted sensing, they collect experience of other people. Okay, they absorb it. Yeah, no matter is it good or bad. So, like for example, an extroverted sensing, if they saw an ugly routine or habit someone does, they can prone to follow that as well. Or, for example, an extroverted feeling, if they saw that if they join a group that have terrible moral, they will immediately or will suddenly become bad as well. You have to like realize it. I don't know. They're all about being precise. So meaning that they're all about being a lot, being many, but not necessarily goes into the target there. So yeah, so they can be biased by the majority. Okay, they make analysis by average or comparing major trends in given data. Extroverted. So things that are external, we call it extroverted. Okay, extroverted data. So they are comparing which one have the most frequency or have the most vote. So they lack of detail or accuracy, but they got higher variation. For example, they got broader thoughts of other people. If it extroverted thinking, they got many opinions of others, so they can be quite irrational. In which, if you compare to introverted thinking, they are logical and can be quite ignorant and narrow-minded. So yes. So for example, extroverted sensing can recall a lot of physical details like colors, temperature, moods, material, location, of what other people do together with themselves. But it is hard for them to recall what they do by alone, because when they do it with other people, they they remember what happened to others. They really take note of it. But when they do themselves, it's quite hard for them to recall it. So that's the problem, because extroverted sensing primarily have problem with their memory. So it's hard to memorize things. They can memorize things, but it's just in short term. They can utilize that very well. Also, external, exploring new or experimenting new. It could be new experience or new path or new road to somewhere. Extroverted intuition stereotypically like to explore new roads to go to a destination. So that is just what I spot. And that to show off. Primarily like extroverted sensing, they like to show off that they are so beautiful, they're so attractive, and also extroverted feeling. They also like to show that they're very kind, because they are kind anyway. They are comparing with other people, who is better, who is more caring, who is more beautiful, who is smarter, and who is more, I don't know, predictive, and sharing and spreading the experience. You can also connect it with all this definition actually. Yes, got so many. Also, actually, it's at the bottom. So anyway, I would like to talk about that perceiving and judging function later. So their empathy, for example, like extrovert thinking, they understand the thoughts of other people, so they're kind of like showing empathy like that. For example, extrovert feeling, they are obviously empathetic. Extrovert sensing, they are like they understand exactly the experience of other people. If someone is suffering or someone hungry, they really understand it, so they will eventually sense it by their own. So if someone is hungry, they are also vulnerable to feel the same as well. They will exactly absorb the pain or the happiness of someone, or if they make someone happy for extroverted feeling. So yes, and this function is very can attract other people's attention or public's attention. So I think that's all for this video. So I want to explain more, but time is like terrible. So that's all. Bye.